Hello, so today I'm going to do something that I've wanted to do for a really long time. I'm going to fly to an airfield, pitch up my tent and camp there overnight. I know, simple pleasures, eh? Probably not for everyone, but this is something I've wanted to do, as I say, for a long time. Clear for up!
So I'm on the ground here at Haverfordwest in West Wales, and my destination is Shobdon, just over the border in England. I thought I'd do something a little different today. I was looking at my route between here and Shobdon, and yes, I could just go direct over the hills, but I noticed that there were 7 castles between here and Shobdon on that just 40-minute flight. So I thought, I'll see if I can go and find them, set myself a challenge. This is CFR, Castle Flight Rules, and we'll see if we can spot the castles from the air. Airspeed is increasing, T's and P's are in the green, a bird chasing me there. Now I'm going to be using SkyDemon pretty much to navigate myself to these castles, and of course headings. I've got a plog. I'm pretty old school like that quite often when I fly in the UK. Golf India Victor leaving the ATZ to the east, passing through altitude 1,300 feet, changing to London information 124.750.
Golf India Victor, roger. Have a good flight and thank you very much.
Thank you for having me, Golf India Victor, good day. Oh, our first castle should be coming up here any minute now. Literally just outside the ATZ. We haven't had to go far. I'm going to go slightly to the right of it, see if I can see it. Somewhere around here. This is Wiston Castle somewhere. Anybody see it yet? I've gone a bit too far. It's over there, isn't it? Oh, Wiston Castle, believed to have been built by a Flemish settler named Wizzo before the year 1147. It's one of the best preserved Mott Bailey castles in Wales, apparently. The next one is Law Harden Castle, and that's a castle come mansion actually. It was made for the residents, for the wealthy bishops of St David's. Oh, I see it! Yep, that one's far more obvious, up on the mound here, just coming under my wing now. Now this is, what is this? This is St Clair's or St Clear's, and apparently all that's visible of this one is a mound which is 8 metres high, situated between a housing estate, so this one is going to be difficult to see. Oh, I can see it! It's like a little wart in a field. I don't know if you can see it, it's got trees on it, it's mostly green, a little bit of brown. Next we're heading to the medieval county town of Carmarthenshire, on the River Towie, I think it is. Carmarthen Castle claims to be, well, Carmarthen claims to be the oldest town in Wales. The castle was first built in the early 1100s, and it was turned into the county jail in 1789, and I think it served that purpose for some time. By the way, credit to Wikipedia, because that's where most of this information has come from. I'm not a font of all castle knowledge, I'm afraid to say. Yeah, I can see it now. Just sticks out like a wart again. Perhaps not a wart, more like a boil. Oh, there it is, literally just coming into view. It was hidden initially by the trees, but now we see it. That's brilliant. Nicely camouflaged there. Struggle to see that from the ground if you were passing by. I'm not sure I'm seeing this one. Can you see it? You have a good look on your cameras. I'm not seeing that one. It's a bit inconspicuous owing to the fact that there's a huge town built up around it. Well, you get brownie points if you've spotted it. Well, that completes our castle tour.
It was a fun way for me to make this flight more interesting. Perhaps I was cheating a little bit by using GPS navigation. Of course, it would have been more challenging doing this by dead reckoning. How do you keep your flying fun and interesting? Let me know in the comments.
Now our thoughts turn to our join at Shobdon. I don't know what runway they're going to be on. We've got, well, it's 08 or 26. And it's a hard runway. It's 799 metres. And they have an interesting join. So the circuits for fixed wing are of this type are to the south of the airfield. It's quite a wide circuit, and we don't descend on the dead side below 1,500 feet height because they have the gliders on the other side. We're going to have to listen out for the gliders and see when it's going to be appropriate to land. They use a grass runway to the north of the hard runway. We can't land when they're moving, so slightly apprehensive about that, but we'll see what happens. Golf India Victor entering the ATZ from the southwest, height 2,000 feet, making an overhead join, runway 08 right hand.
Golf India Victor, roger.
There are a couple of benefits I get from being a member of AOPA UK that I just wanted to share with you. Firstly, if you have an FAA pilot certificate or the piggyback license, you now have to have a US registered address lodged with the FAA to remain legal. AOPA now offers that service for a reasonable fee for members, which is very, very useful. Also, India Victor is registered on the CAA Info aircraft register under the UK AOPA address, not my home address. This is another great service. It affords me an element of privacy, and if you're concerned that your details are available for everyone to see, join AOPA UK today.
Golf India Victor is final, runway 08 hard.
Golf India Victor, roger. Surface wind 080 degrees, less than 5.
Landing runway 08, Golf India Victor.
Pipeline 49, Southby. Pipeline 49, roger.
Okay, so we're down and safe. I do want to go and explore the airfield, but the first thing I want to do is get that tent up, because there is some rain in the forecast and there's a bit of activity in the atmosphere over there that I would rather not get stuck in. So I want to get the tent up first and foremost, so we'll do that first. I've come with a Van Gogh Scarfell 200 tent, which costs around the £120 mark and is supposedly for 2 people, but that would be very snug and I wouldn't want to share this space with anyone. To be perfectly frank, it's too small. Well, at least now we can take some shelter from the rain if it rains. So tent is up. I'm very hot and bothered now. It's very hot and humid here, but it's up and it's secure, and we can now be confident of staying dry. There is a yellow warning of thunderstorms tonight, so slightly concerned about that, as you might imagine. Now, I've chosen to camp next to my airfield. I think there's something pretty freeing and special about that, but I could have camped up here on the Shobdon Airfield campsite. They've got pitches for tents. They've also got lots of static caravans. So if you're not a fan of living under canvas and you're looking for somewhere cheap to stay overnight, then one of these static caravans will be good for you. And what every camper needs is a good shower block. And they've got a good shower block here with a laundry service, some sinks for washing up your dishes and everything else. And of course, toilets and showers. I'd love to do more fly camping trips. There are a few places I've seen around the UK and Europe that seem attractive. If you have any favourite sites that are either on or near airfields and where there are decent shower and toilet facilities, do let me know. I'm not so keen on just being in the middle of a deserted field. I do like to have some comforts. One thing that I haven't quite worked out though with fly camping is cooking. I've loads of camping stoves and so on, but I don't think it's safe to carry camping gas in the aeroplane. I do have a petrol burner from Coleman. It probably runs on avgas, but I'm not sure about cooking with that. If you have any thoughts about this or have found any solutions that have worked, let me know. What's great about UK airfields though, of course, is that they often have excellent cafes. Shobdon's award-winning Hotspur Cafe is open every day from 9 till 4, which is great because I've worked up quite an appetite. I couldn't resist going for the cooked breakfast. If you'd like to come and see me in person, I'll be at the Private Flyer Show at Wickham Air Park on Friday the 16th and Saturday the 17th of May. Once again, I'll be hosting the new Pipistrel Live Lounge stage on both days. We have a great lineup of speakers. Get your tickets now for a fraction of the on-the-day price. There's 75% off, so just £5 if you book now using my code TFR. We'll come back to the airfield in a moment, but I am conscious that not everyone likes camping. If you were visiting Shobdon and looking for somewhere more comfortable to stay overnight, how about this? It's at the completely opposite end of the spectrum. The White Heron Estate is a picturesque vineyard with luxury accommodation not so far away from the airfield, and it's run by Joe Hilditch.
White Heron Estate is on the Herefordshire Welsh borders, and we have got a wonderful big fruit farm which includes vineyards, which you can see behind me, cider apples and blackcurrants. The vineyards are the most exciting part, and we do amazing tours either on e-bikes or by foot around the estate. People can stay here at White Heron Estate in luxury cottages. We've got up to 60 beds, and we've got seven different properties.
Joe's Estate isn't in any way sponsored or endorsed by me. I came across it while visiting Shobdon and thought it would be of interest to those of you with more luxurious demands. I love airfields like this. This one is run by the Herefordshire Aero Club, and every airfield in the UK that I visit that's run by an aero club is thriving, profitable, and seems to have light, recreational, general aviation at the heart of everything it does. And in a world where GA always seems under threat from one pressure or another, it's refreshing to see an airfield whose primary objective is to secure its future. Hazel Highfield is the operational manager. So what are you striving for here?
We're striving to keep GA going. Lots of airfields are closing, as we know. Lots of airfields, they're perfect for development. At Shobdon, we want to keep people flying. That's basically the message. We're very aware that we need to encourage more people to get into flying in order to do that. And we think the way forward is with young people and aviation.
And you go out to local schools, I think, and you have scholarships for local school
We do. It's
pupils.
quite a recent thing for us. We've done it for the last 2 years. And this year we've managed to offer 3 with the help of, as I say, local businesses. We've been to one of the local schools and launched a scholarship there. As far as I'm aware, we're one of the few airfields, or maybe the only airfield, that are able to do that in local schools. And the uptake has been huge. And the interest has been huge. It's great when you see these kids that they know they've got a scholarship and they can have 10 hours of flying, and like, wow, it's something they never imagined that they could do, and suddenly they get in a 152 and they go flying and they just beam from ear to ear.
Helicopter Golf Tango Golf Romeo Echo Shobdon Radio. Good morning.
Another notable feature, I think, for Shobdon is the number of women who work here. Generally speaking, GA is often a very male-dominated domain, isn't it? Not so here. From the airground radio station to accounts, airfield operations and tours.
So this is one of the last remaining T2 hangars from the war.
Shobdon bucks the trend. I think that's worth celebrating. You might not agree with that, but I think Shobdon is all the better for it. In a moment, I'll let you know how my first night under canvas at the airfield went and whether I got any sleep. Before that, just a few words about what else there is going on here. Be it helicopters, microlights, gyroplanes, or your common fixed-wing types, they say it's one of the cheapest places to learn to fly in the UK. And of course, being a former World War II glider training base, there's gliding here as well. The Herefordshire Gliding Club is very friendly, active and open to the public. You can even usually just turn up for a taster flight at the weekends without any prior booking. I've had a busy day of flying and filming, and I think I've earned a beer. Okay, well, had a good day here at Shobdon. Just settling down for the night. It's all calm here right now. Cloudless skies. Had a few drinks with some of the team from Shobdon. Just settling down now and hoping for a good night's sleep. Let's see how we get on. Morning. Didn't sleep terribly well, but I probably got about 4 or 5 hours, I think. Of course, in the summer the sun comes up and the birds start tweeting and the crows start squawking. So, mind you, the airbeddy thing here was quite comfortable. That wasn't the problem. So there we are. I think it takes a bit of getting used to this camping lark. On a positive note, there was no rain overnight, but I have to pack up and leave very soon because thunderstorms are on their way. Subscribe to my channel on YouTube or my free newsletter to be notified of the next episode, where you'll see how I manage the flight home. Until then, fly safely, my friends.